There's a small group of refugees who have made it to the US and are rebuilding their lives in this corner of Chicago. They are the Rohingya. Their community has been fleeing genocide in Myanmar for years, in a crisis that has displaced close to 1 million people.
The Burmese government burned down my village, my house. They're killing our villagers.
Abdul Samad is a 26-year-old Rohingya refugee who calls West Rogers Park home after moving to Illinois in 2014.
I'm not a citizen of any country. He's gonna be first citizen in the United States.
But what does the future look like for refugees like him in President Trump's America?
My name is Abdul Samad. I work in a hotel downtown Chicago. When I was first arrived in the United States in Chicago, so when I see this like a huge building, it's a big city, I feel so happy, I'm so excited. It's a really beautiful city, so I love Chicago. The Michigan Lake is frozen because of the winter season. I want to be like community leader for the Rohingya people in Chicago. So I want to help my people here who new arrived in Chicago.
In his spare time, Abdul Samad volunteers at the Rohingya Cultural Center, where he's a board member. Opened in April 2016 with charity funding, the center has become a cornerstone of a new community with growing needs. From translation and gifting winter coats to English classes and helping with paperwork, this center is a lifeline for new refugees.
This is Rohingya State. This is Sydney. I was born in Sydney. This is very important for us because we can meet everybody come here and like a village. Also, this is one of the platform for for our people. So when I bring my wife here, my son here, they see what look like the Rohingya, what's our culture, how do we talk, how we eat,
Abdul Samad coaches the center's youth soccer team on Saturdays.
When I was in Burma, I didn't get this opportunity like here. So I want to play and like for the school, for the university, for the state, but they're not allowed because I'm a Rohingya Muslim. Today we lost by 8-5, but still my players did good. Yeah, it is not bad. This soccer team is not only for fun, but I want to teach to them how the teamwork, how the team player. I teach to the unity. But I love soccer.
Chicago has become a haven to one of the largest Rohingya refugee populations in the US. Around 1,500 have resettled here.
Chicago is like really good for the Rohingya community because we can help each other and then we can meet easily, and then we have so many the halal foods market here.
And tucked among the sari shops and curry houses in West Devon Avenue is the Shui Myanmar grocery store. It's where Abdul Samad goes to buy some home comforts.
This is special spice mix. So when we cook our Rohingya foods, Burmese food, we have to have this. This store is very important for us, for our Rohingya refugee family in Chicago, because whenever we need what we want, the food is everything is in this store. We all the time we can meet each other in this store. This is West Devon. Where is I met my wife first time in this bus stop. I'm so lucky I saw her when she was waiting in bus stop. And then after 1 year we got married.
Abdul Samad married his wife in 2016. She's also a Rohingya refugee.
This is my son, Abdul Azim. He was born in Chicago. He is 1 year old. And then this is my wife, Bibi Zainab. He was born in Chicago, but he's like Rohingya American.
And this is a coconut with the sugar.
when we make this food here. So I remember my village, my mom, my family. I think I realized that we have to keep our culture, we have to keep our traditional foods. So this is really important for us. I want to pass on my generation, my son, so you do not forget where you're from and then where your parents from. I was born in Burma. My father was born in also Burma, in Rakhine State, Sitwe. So my grandfather, my great-grandfather, in 2012, the Burmese government burned down my village, my house. They burned not only house, they burned not only village, they burned everything, my dream. They burned my education, they burned my future. So I was a university student, so and then after that I flee.
Abdul Samad took a 10-day boat journey to Thailand, where he says he was detained by Thailand border police for 20 days. He was then able to make it to Malaysia with the help of smugglers, but the journey was treacherous, crossing mountains and jungle on foot.
And I left from Burma, but my family is still there. I'm still worried about my people. I can't sleep sometimes nightmare, because I saw so many people get killed by the Burmese government. I'm not a citizen of any country. It's gonna be first citizen in the United States. We can meet again. It's my hope, it's my dream. Also, I hope I can meet again my family in Chicago.
The number of refugees entering the US has dropped dramatically under the Trump administration. The yearly cap on refugees fell 65% between 2016 and 2019, and those caps aren't always met. In 2018, only half the 45,000 person cap was reached. And such policies have hit refugee resettlement agencies across the US. As the number of refugees who can be resettled drops, so does the amount of federal funding. In Chicago, refugee agencies feel under siege.
We're challenged. Refugee One has lost over $1 million in funding over the last year and a half.
Melina Kano is the executive director of Refugee One, an organization that resettled 728 refugees in 2017. It was their largest number ever, but in 2018, they resettled just 175 refugees. 41 of them were Rohingya.
We are certainly seeing an effort to dismantle the network of refugee resettlement in the U.S. In the last 2 years, we have seen refugee agencies shutting down, and this is sad to see this, because as a country, we are losing institutional knowledge. Refugees do not choose to leave their homes, they're forced out of their homes, and the worst things that can happen to them is what's going on right now.
Illinois is home to 200,000 refugees, and the state sets aside $7 million to assist refugees and immigrants. Due to closures, only 5 organizations are left to help new arrivals make Chicago their home. Abdul Samad still dreams of the day he will be reunited with his mother in the States. As he builds his new life here, the uncertainty for Rohingya refugees in limbo weighs down on him. For this family, calling somewhere home while continuing to pass on their Rohingya tradition is an act of survival. This spot has become a favorite among Rohingya in Chicago, and Abdul Samad hopes more will join.
Okay, we are here today at the Tea Leaf Garden, Rohingya Restaurant in Chicago by Divan. There is no Burmese restaurant in Chicago. This is a fast, it's a really good food here. All time my favorite dish is like fried goreng, fried rice. Once we come together with family, with friends. Yes, it's like a really tasty food here. It's our favorite foods, our dishes here.